Hi guys, it's David James from Business Growth Digital Marketing, and in this video I want to talk about why I believe it's important to get the areas on your site fixed up and to make sure that your site is valuable to users before you engage in any type of SEO campaign. So in this example, I'm going to use a site I came across called allcarrentals.com.au, who were looking for an SEO specialist to help them rank on the first page of Google. Now, when you look at this site straight away, like it does set off alarm bells. Now, what I normally advise people with their websites is before they even consider engaging in any type of SEO campaign, they get the elements on their website right first. One of the main reasons is it makes the SEO activities a lot easier to execute. If a site doesn't look like it's going to offer any value, then it's pretty much going to be a hard sell. It's going to be very difficult to get the necessary links and to get people to trust the website. Now, when you look at this website, the first thing that comes to me is that the site is untrustworthy. And until it gets to that point where people feel like they can trust the content that's on the site and the way the site comes across, then we can engage in the SEO activities. But if that hasn't been met, and if it's not going to meet potential visitors' expectations, there isn't really any point in developing the SEO for the site. There are ways you can still rank the site, but even if you got the site ranked, it's more than likely that the site will end up having a high bounce rate. They won't get that many lead conversions, sales conversions. It's not going to be all that promising in the long term. So it's very, very important that the website owners, they get the on-site elements right. And I'm going to talk through what I've seen with this website, both from what I've seen on the site as well as in the backlink profile. Okay, so most people who own a website, the first thing that they always think about is getting onto the first page of Google. But they're not prepared to put in the work that's they're not prepared to put in the work that's needed so their site will rank on the first page of Google. Now, I said before, there are ways you can get the site to rank. So the main way is by sending the site a lot of links. There's tweaks that can be made to the content and to the technical elements that will allow the site to rank, but it depends on the competition. Now, if you're going to use keyword strategies, that's fine, and the keyword strategies will work, but depending on how much competition there is in your niche, it's going to be more difficult and you'll need to get more links. Now, this site straight away, it won't get as many links as another site that presents itself much better and offers much more value. So that's why it's important for people to get the on-site elements of the site right first. So a few things you can see straight away is the color scheme. Now the color scheme, it just sets off a lot of alarm bells. Like firstly, you never really write in red. To write in red with the outline in black on a yellow background, just it's not user friendly. So I would recommend to the person that owns the site that uh, they look into color schemes that's actually user friendly and very engaging. And secondly, the typography. The typography is a bit inconsistent and it's not really the best appealing typography. Thirdly, the way that they use their keywords on the site, it does come across more spammy. It's not really a good sales pitch, which is what they really need. And if they wrote it in line with Google Hummingbird, then it would come across a lot better. Like in a nutshell, they could write a long form sales letter, and they would be able to get better results from an SEO point of view. Now, there's internal links that goes to their site. I understand that. The other thing as well is like the images. The images, they just look far too dated. They're not compelling, and like everything, it needs to appeal to your target audience. Even if the vehicles that they are selling does appeal to their target audience, it's not really it's selling. It's not really emphasizing their selling point. No, so the images are too small, the images are too pixelated, and they could have easily have gone onto a site like Shutterstock, iStock Photo, and they could have purchased high quality images that would have drawn people into the site. Now, I know another thing I've seen is just inconsistency in capitalization. It's just attention to detail. So, like, if they were able to get some of these things right, then it wouldn't flag to somebody who's coming onto their site for the first time that, hey, this site is a bit untrustworthy. So, like, these are a few of the things that they really need to address as quickly as possible. The site, from a metrics point of view, it does show promise because when you look at the domain authority, it's got a domain authority of 19, page authority of 32, and they are really looking to target car rentals just within their own area. So it's likely that they will have a chance to rank their site, but they need to get the elements on their site right first before they can even consider doing more SEO activities in order to make it rank. Now, another thing they don't have is they don't have any like blog or resource section. They do have a frequently asked questions section, so we'll just go to that one quickly. And you can see that they've got a few frequently asked questions, but there's nothing in detail. Now, if they had something that was a bit more resourceful, then they would be able to attract a lot more links. Now I'm just going to go to the Van Hire section. And this is a good example of the images not really doing the site justice. So it's really pixelated. It just looks like somebody's just gone on and uploaded it for the sake of uploading it. It's just not helping the selling point of the website. There are some good things, like they've got the testimonials, and the testimonials are genuine. But a lot of the things on the site, it's just not doing it justice. Now I'm going to go over to the links. So in this case, I've used Moz's Open Site Explorer. And by looking at it, I've seen that they've got links from 5 root domains and a total of 235 total links. So it's a little bit promising, but it's nothing super duper amazing. Now, if they want to succeed in their niche, they are going to need to get links. And I've noticed that the links that they do have, it does come from a football club, so it's not even something that's relevant. But it is a club that it looks like they are sponsoring. So like if you scroll down, you can see that the domain authority and the page authority, it has an okay score, but it's just not relevant. And then they also feature on some directories as well. So if I go to one of the examples, which is australiaguide.net, you can see that they feature on this page. So there they are, all car rentals. Now the positive thing with this page is it's got a page authority of 10, so there is some there's some page authority being passed to the linking web page, and the domain authority of the domain is 31. So it is encouraging. However, there are several other companies that also feature on this page. So the actual link authority from the links are being diluted. because it's not just being isolated. It's not a completely bad thing, but it just means it's not going to have as much impact in the link portfolio, and they need to get a lot more. Now, in the second example, this is where they are getting the majority of their links. It's from St. Albans Football Club. Now, where they are getting the links is they've got these advertisers and sponsors down here, and that's where they are. So it's on a carousel link. It's going around on each page. Technically, it's a paid link, so it's against Google's terms of service, and it really should be no followed. So hopefully they won't get caught in the future. It's there's quite a bit of work that they need to do in order to give themselves the best chance of ranking on the first page of Google. So, like, the reason I wanted to highlight this is because a lot of people they're quick to invest in SEO without fixing up the root of the problem. And typically, if the elements on the site haven't been done right, and it's not going to maximize the site's chances to get new visitors, to retain people that are coming onto the site, to compel people to share the site's content naturally, then a lot of the money that you'll invest in SEO will actually get wasted, because we can do the link building activities, we can do the SEO optimization, but if the selling point isn't that strong, if the site isn't compelling people to stay on there and to compel more people to share the content, it's going to be very tough, and it's going to be more expensive for you to do SEO. So I encourage you to invest in your website first, make sure that it's the best that it can be, and then partner with an SEO specialist who will be able to amplify your outreach efforts and will advise you in the best way to get your site ranking on the first page of Google. So I hope you found this informative. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. If you like the video, please hit like. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you next time.